Tax season is here, and there are some changes this year in the way thousands of Canadians will file tax and benefit returns. Our consumer reporter Andrew is here with some new details. And
yeah, some details to help file, because everything changes every year, as we know. Thanks, Chris. Although the April 30th deadline to file your income tax return is more than a month away, there are some changes to be aware of. The Canada Revenue Agency is trying to make the process of tax filing easier, while the Liberal government has tweaked some tax breaks. If you care for a family member, 3 previously existing tax breaks, the infirm dependent, caregiver, and family caregiver credits, have been consolidated into the new Canada Caregiver Credit. Nurse practitioners have now been added to the list of medical practitioners qualified to certify Canadians living with a disability for the disability tax credit. And Canadians may now be able to claim some of the costs of expensive fertility treatments through the medical expenses tax credit. The change is retroactive, so if you've paid for procedures like in vitro fertilization in the last 10 years, you can refile your taxes to include it. Nearly 1 million Canadians will be eligible to phone their taxes in with the new File My Return automated service. It's designed for people on low or fixed incomes with a simple return. And finally, if you're old school and file your return on paper, the CRA will send you all of the forms by mail, so you don't have to call to request them or pick them up in person anymore.
We usually recommend that if someone is filing a tax return by paper, do it if you owe them money, not if you're waiting for a refund, because it will delay your refund a little bit, especially if you're hoping to get a nice refund that'll help with other expenses that you might have coming up.
Now, typically it takes 2 weeks to get your refund if you file your return online, and up to 8 weeks if you go the old-fashioned mail route. If you owe money, you'll want to make that April 30th deadline to avoid a late filing penalty and daily interest charges. And if you have a consumer matter for me, there's my email address at consumermatters@globalnews.ca.
all right, got that date circled on the calendar. Thanks very much, Jan.